we've had quite a couple of conversations over the years, and one thing that you mentioned to me during one of our conversations, you said at some point in your business, you had to let go of some staff based on the projection of the future that you saw Coscharis, headed. And then this was you now hiring more professionals. What inspired that move? And at this point, I think it's important to also ask, what are those things that actually attending a business school would help you achieve that if you just remain, on the streets, running your business without, that level of structure would not give you?
If you do not go through apprenticeship, which is like a school where you are hands-on in day-to-day running a business, managing a business from grassroots level, seeing the ups and downs, and be able to take risk and measure the risk, you need to go to school so that they will taught that to you. But it's not enough, learning that in school. It's a different ball game when you come to the field to play the game, okay? Because it's a good scenario could be painted in school, so everything will work very well with that. But when you come to real life, you find government policy inconsistent, you begin to see exchange rate devaluation, you begin to see so many things that nobody has ever mentioned to you in a real life, and you need to manage how to, huddle over them. Now, talking about when we laid off some of our staff, it is very clear, like I said before, the number one thing you need to do as a businessman before you start is to take time, get to a quiet environment, and have a deep thought. Put your phone off, avoid distraction. Sometimes go in a very silent place and hear from your own person. Where do you really want to be in life? As those thoughts are dropping into you, you pick a book and begin to write. And you can write 10 pages, you can write 14 pages, you can write 5 pages. But when you finish, you try to find a way how to summarize it in one sentence.
Vision.
And that is your vision, where you want to be. That when you read that one sentence, it will give you a meaning of what you've written in 12 pages. Those 12 things you wrote in 12, 13 pages will be summarized in that one page. Because it's a vision. Some other people may read it, will not see anything to it, but only you who wrote it, who saw the vision, can give all the interpretation to that vision. Okay. When you do that, that is the thing that are going to be your driving force. In Coscharis, when I'm setting up, I said the vision of Coscharis, it was summarized in a simple, to build an institution that will be timeless in its relevancy and value. Okay. I saw myself where I am today. So, but I had a capital that is less than $1, like you said. How do you build an institution that will be timeless in its relevancy with
less than $1?
With $1? But a journey of 1,000 miles has to start somewhere. So at the initial time, I don't even have money to hire anybody. I can't even pay anybody salary. Therefore, I had to start by myself, which is what many people look at. They have so big vision, like they want that vision to materialize one day. Patience is part of prerequisite for success in life. You've got to be patient with yourself to allow that vision that you have incubated to mature to the point where you need to sow it and then wait for growth. So when I started by myself alone, my first employee was my wife. Our third employee was her sister. Okay, purely family. And as we earn a little bit more money, then I got some boys to do apprentice for me, which is the tradition that I inherited. Get about 4 boys initially as a foundation boys to do apprenticeship, because my wife cannot run around. Certain things need to be done. So I used to write invoice. I used to go to bank myself to go and pay cash, you know, get to go buy merchandise. But those boys can help you supply the goods, you know, attend to customer. But by the time they were getting to the age of maturity, this means these boys have to work for you minimum 5 years. That's what we did. 5 to 6, 7 years, depending on what you agree initially. Then you set the person up. So at that point that I needed to set them up, I knew I can't build this institution that I planned to by continuing to take apprentice boys. So the first set of apprentice boys, any of them that matured, I set him up. I will replace him with an employee until 4 of them were all matured and left. The next set of people coming now are not apprentices anymore. They are now becoming employee. Because in apprenticeship system, you mentor a young man, try to teach him or her what he needs to do, you know, try to get him to acquire skill. By 6 years, where he's supposed to be maturing, where he can be made to take a decision to put back into you, you've set him up, and he become your immediate competitor. He had known everything that you knew.
All your customers.
All your customers. So, but now when you have a staff, by that 5 years, you can start depending on him or her, entrusting him with responsibility, allowing him or her to make his mistake, take risk on behalf of the company, and you stop micromanaging the person where value added will be. So we have to let go those staff. Of course, the first set of staff that I acquired are not very highly skilled staff. These are still people I could pay 20,000, 25,000, subject to the level of my financial capability. Then, you know, we don't even interview you with any certificate. Oh, you just finished school, lawyer, enter the cage, you are the cashier. Our money must complete. So we are not asking you whether you have a BSc in accounting. All we need you to do is to do proper addition and subtraction. You know that we're able to count our money. Okay, and we have books, because you play by the rule. There's no two-way about it. So we have all set of books, but in informal way still, because we are in control of what we are doing from day one. That's where many young entrepreneurs fail, because you feel this is my business. I'm not accountable to anybody. You make sales and dip money hand in your pocket and spend money, but you are not holding yourself accountable. You are not having records to be able to, you know, follow up with what you are doing, where you can be asked a question you can answer every moment. So some people feel, no, this is too much of a stress. You are setting yourself up for failure from that day one if you are not ready to play by the rule.
All right, so much more coming up on Business Insights with Irene. Stay tuned.